Oh man, it's good to see you. It was 4th of July. There were no free games on the 4th of July. I guess MLB was doing a cash grab.
Wrong.
They were all free.
Yeah, because we
Uh,
didn't do an episode because Isaac was like, "There's no free game of the day," and then I looked and I was like, "It looks like they're all free."
well, I'm sorry we didn't. I'm sorry we didn't. We could have. The only thing we talked about this for a second, but the only thing I did that was really meaningful, I saw Nashville on the 4th of July, and I was extremely moved by the movie. Robert Altman. It's a Robert Altman movie. It was 50. It's the 50th anniversary. Um, in it is Lily Tomlin, amazing. Keith Carradine. I mean, it's just one of those. It's just one of these. It's a 3-hour movie, and you don't. Nobody's really 24 different storylines. It's just, but it's like it just left me all messed up from seeing a really great movie. That's all. Yeah, but I also was catching up on some baseball. I know the Dodgers were swept.
For Dodger fans this weekend, especially against the Astros.
Anybody but the Astros.
All the Astros. I still hate Altuve, and that's kind of it. And then I also think it's interesting where every team, and I saw this interview with Max Muncy where he was like, "We only have one rival, and that's the Giants." And because somebody framed a question to him like, "How do you feel about this?" I think it was the Padres. He's like, "They're not our rival," and so it's interesting to see. I think lesser teams want to create a rivalry, but I sort of liked Muncy's philosophy on it that no, you have one rival, and it's the Giants. And I kind of like that as a way to sort of um, emotionally hold down these teams that think they're our rivals. Like the flex.
Playing for anything for like all of August, and it's just gonna blah. But um, Toronto, man, Toronto is. It might be premature, but like they are on a major winning streak.
I've always felt like the Yankees have a huge underbelly, and clearly they're exposing it right now. The Blue Jays have studs. The Rays have studs. Baltimore is kind of getting a little hot in their own way. So
They're performing, but I still like them.
the AL East is back, and I do not think that the Yankees take the AL East
Neither.
unless
If
they
I,
make a trade.
which they might, which they
People are
might.
talking about Suarez. People are talking about. I think the Braves are going to trade Acuna or somebody. That's the rumor. There's a rumor. That's what Carlos Pena said, at least. I also have been thinking. I'm like, the Pirates are kind of due to trade someone. Like, and part of me was like, what? I mean, couldn't the Pirates trade O'Neal Cruz to the Yankees for a Volpe and some whatevers?
The player who I don't understand is why they're still in Pittsburgh and they have a long term deal and it's not going to change. Is Brian Reynolds? I mean, what is he doing?
He says that he has the six teams in his no trade clause are like the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees, the Padres.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I was like, it sounds like maybe he's like some sort of supremacist and just doesn't want to be.
He had similar clauses. He would only want to play nowhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, for a second, and then as soon as he got the chance, he fucked off. He's like, I got to get me back to Kansas City, get me to Arizona, get me out of LA, which I'm always find suspect. I find it hell yeah, right on cue. I didn't even know. That just happened. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I get. He's great. He's great. And game of the day. Okay, we've got Phillies, Giants. I was surprised by this line, Benji. That's the truth. The Giants are favored. They're minus 150. Landon Raup is pitching, and Chris Sanchez is pitching for Philly, and they are plus 125 with no research and cold. I'm like, that is. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're looking at FanDuel. Yeah. That's okay.
Raup is plus 116. It does make more sense to me now, but I'm a gambler, which is a good sign. That's a good sign that's suspect because I'm like, oh my god, I don't have to see anything. I'm putting the money on Philadelphia, and clearly, it's because it's not real.
Before we get to the pitchers, I always like this stat. Against left-handed hitters at home since June 15th, the Phillies are fourth in baseball and hitting 299 at home against lefties. But they're on are they on the road now?
Yeah, Phillies are going to go tomorrow.
Oh, I looked at this wrong. Hold on, I look at this wrong. Shite. We're both messing up. Phillies. Something happens to me whenever I look at these stats. My brain goes dyslexic. Right. Okay, so the Giants are facing the lefty at home. Okay, right. The Giants, oh my god, the opposite. Against lefties at home since June 15th, the Giants are the third worst team in baseball. They're hitting 180. The
I know where I'm
Phillies
going.
against righties on the road are middle of the pack, hitting 230, so not that great.
Game. That's a really low total. That's a really low total.
Landon Rao, in the last 3 games, he's gone 15.1 innings with 15 strikeouts and only let up 2 earned runs. Pretty good.
That's really. And how's his home record?
Um, at home, hold on. Really good. 185 ERA with 5 strikeouts. Little bit of a high whip at 124, but pretty good.
This is why the Giants are excellent and not fun to bet against, and the whole thing. And the Giants are currently playing right now. The Phillies are still playing. I think they're in Oakland. Are the Giants in Oakland? What's happening right now today? San Francisco is in Oakland. Philadelphia won at Cincinnati. They're flying across the country right now.
I'm taking the under, maybe.
7.5. I don't hate it. It's going to be 60 degrees in San Francisco. Not going to be. It's not going to be comfortable. I don't hate the under. I like the under.
Low though, 7.5 is low.
Very. I mean, and that, but that's the reason that it's so low. I am gonna stick with my. You've scared me off because of the run line plus 125, but I am gonna be on the Philadelphia Phillies. I think the Phillies are gonna win tomorrow in San Francisco.
I um the under.
Great,
I'm gonna
great.
take the under. I think they're gonna duke it out.
Okay,
I
I
think they're
like
gonna
it.
duke it out.
Zach Wheeler threw a complete game today. Uh, Phillies are looking very good. Okay, under,
Are they though?
dude. Aren't they?
I
Am
guess
I
they're
wrong?
okay. I don't know. They just haven't really been catching my eye. Um,
Well, the Mets and the Mets just had a whole thing, beating the Yankees a bunch.
yeah, the Phillies are leading the NL East, and in their last 10 games, they're 6 wins, 4 losses.
Okay, it's not
I think
crazy,
it's
but
pretty good.
they're I mean, I really like the Phillies pitching right now, and I like Chris Sanchez, and so I'm gonna go with the Phillies tomorrow against the Giants.
Okay.
And you're taking the under. Great, cool, Benji. You know what? Let's take it one game at a time, and let's play baseball tomorrow. Let's do it. All right, I'm here to do it. All right, cool.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. I am struggling. I'm alone for like a month, dude. I'm struggling with sobriety. But that's for another conversation.
Just enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Once you get to a certain age, if everything, you get to trust yourself.
And I do trust myself. Yeah, and I do.
So then, whatever.
So then, whatever. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. All right. I'll see you soon. Okay.
Later, bud.
Bye.
Bye.